Thank you, Madam Speaker. Members, Senate File 4073 is a ban of the chemical trichloroethylene, otherwise known as TCE. This chemical has long been used for degreasing and cleaning metal parts in factories. TCE was classified as a human carcinogen by the EPA in 2011. Inhaling high concentrations of this chemical has been linked to kidney cancer, liver cancer, lymphoma, and other cancers. TCE exposure can also impact the immune and central nervous systems and can cause cardiac defects, renal disease, scleroderma, low birth weight, miscarriage, birth defects, and neurological effects. The EPA was actually on track to discuss a TCE ban in 2016 because of the toxicity of this chemical, but when the new administration came in 2017, that plan was scrapped. Early in the legislative session last year, we found out that a company in my district called Water Gremlin had been emitting higher than permitted levels of this toxic chemical into the air in a residential area since at least 2002. Their facility emitted more than 100 tons of TCE for calendar year 2018, despite the fact that they were supposed to be emitting under 10 tons per year. While Water Gremlin is no longer using TCE because they signed a stipulation agreement with MPCA, which required them to stop using it, there are still other companies in Minnesota using this chemical. Senate File 4073 would ban the use of TCE in certain processes at companies that have air permits with the MPCA. This bill is a result of countless hours of work and negotiations between the House, Senate, MPCA, Chamber of Commerce, and the White Bear Area Neighborhood Concerned Citizens Group, which is a group that's been really active on this issue since it broke last year. It is a compromise bill that passed the Senate on a vote of 66-1 earlier this session. I want to share a brief statement from the neighborhood group that I mentioned, whose board members have been instrumental in getting this bill to the point where it is today. This is not just a White Bear Area issue. Lawmakers need to recognize that many communities impacted by TCE all around Minnesota. These include St. Louis Park, Edina, Fridley, Minneapolis, Stillwater, Bayport, Lake Elmo, St. Paul, Arden Hills, New Brighton, and Vadnais Heights, to name a few. Banning the use of TCE will have an immediate and positive effect on improving Minnesota's air quality, will prevent future toxic nightmares such as what happened with Water Gremlin, and will set a leadership precedent for the rest of the U.S. to follow. There's arguably never been a more vital time for the state of Minnesota to be a leader and make protecting the health of its citizens a priority. We urge the House of Representatives to vote to move forward with this long overdue ban. I echo the statement there from the neighborhood group. Minnesota has a history of being a leader. Shortly after we became a state, the 1st Minnesota Volunteer Infantry was the first unit raised by the state to fight in the Civil War, and the first regiment from any state offered for national service. Our state's history includes many significant firsts in the fields of medicine, medical devices, transportation, and others. Minnesota can once again be a leader. By passing this bill today, we would be the first state in the nation to ban this toxic chemical. Please join me in voting green on this bill, and let's help ensure that the people of Minnesota will not have their health and well-being endangered by this toxic chemical.